This is a short video about making a portable station using the G106 Xiegu transceiver. Recently just got this in the post from China, direct from Alibaba, £196, which I think's including the postage actually, and I didn't pay any additional tax on it, which is always a worry when you're coming through UK customs. So I wanted to turn this into a portable station with about 50 watts. So the method for doing that is the transceiver, and then these two items here, the MXP50 HF amp, which I've done a separate video on. Actually makes about 37 watts with 12 volt supply or 13.8 volt supply, and this is a home built ATU, which I built a couple of some months ago. Again, I've got a separate video on that, but I've not yet posted it. This was more about just putting a station together. The problem I've got is that everything's all separate and flapping all over the place. So what I've done is I've got a piece of couple of old breadboards here. In fact, they weren't old, they're actually new, but they're very cheap. I've cut some holes in it for lightweightness. I've also used these cutouts as mast supports, which works quite well for my 40 and 20 metre vertical. Put a BNC connector on the end there, and then the end of that breadboard to make a bit of a wedge out of it, so that I've got a better position to operate from. The next thing to do, of course, is to bolt that on there and that on there, and wire it all up and see how that works. Then the idea being is it's all in one place, all good to go. Just pull it out of the bag, plug in the power, plug in the aerial, and you're off. So I'll do a video with it all assembled and add that onto the end of here, and hopefully then with it all working in some capacity or other. Golf 0 November Alpha Delta portable.
Yeah, again.
Golf 0 November Alpha Delta.
November question mark Delta again.
Yeah, Roger. Golf 0 November Alpha Delta. November Alpha Delta.
Okay, Golf 0 November Oscar Delta 59 over.
Yeah, that's November Alpha Delta. November Alpha Delta. But thank you for the 59 report. The name here is Richard. Yeah, LZ1WR Golf 0 November Alpha Delta 73s. Happy New Year.
73 Q1Z.
Okay, so that was that Bulgarian station there, I think it is, Lima Zulu 1 Whiskey Romeo. The unit's now finished, and you can see everything bolted down on the board there. RF access on the side, and underneath is the sort of power distribution as such. I've got the little 50 watt amplifier here, which looks like it's running at about 30 watts. You can see the power actually come up on the ATU, on the home built ATU, and the audio is not bad. So yeah, it's working quite well. So that's a little portable setup all ready to go. Weighs just over 2 kilos, so it's heavier than I'd hoped, but I think you really are into the bare minimum there to have a successful portable station. Not really QRP, because with the amplifier we're running about 40 watts, but it's all pretty solid, and shouldn't be falling apart. I'm ready to go once we get onto site, wherever that turns out to be next, hopefully down by the seaside. So that's it for the time being.